Welcome to the Let's Run That Back podcast, where it's two dope black girls talking nothing but music and culture. It's giving all the vibes.
So sit back, grab a drink while we give you some tea, minus the shade, or maybe just a little shade,
All right, here we go. Hey, guys.
Hey guys.
Listen, we are back.
I just want to give a disclaimer real quick.
Yes.
If you see me moving like this, I'm so stiff. My neck hurts. I slept wrong. I don't know.
My poor Danny over here.
Don't get old, guys.
Listen, we over here, we trying to eat right and work out. And, sometimes these workouts, just get the best of us. It gets the best of us. Last week I had neck and shoulder and from doing my lats and pulling down, trying to get rid of the back fat. And, Danielle, now this week, Danielle over here trying to.
I'm like I literally have to turn my body.
Oh, goodness.
So bear with me.
Just bear with us on this one, okay?
Yes.
We okay. There's nothing wrong.
All right, but let's get into it.
Let's definitely get into it. So, hey, guys, of course, welcome back to another episode of
Let's Run That Back.
I am your host, Aasha, one of your hosts, Aasha Lewis Redway.
And your girl, Danielle Meeks.
All right, so you already know. Listen, we're going to get into it. First of all, still Pisces season until tomorrow.
Shout out to all the Pisces. Tomorrow's the last day.
Yeah, tomorrow's the last day for Pisces season. So, of course, today, Queen Latifah, we had Tamar Braxton, and, of course, we had Janae Aiko. And then, happy birthday to the Pisces.
Yeah, shout out to y'all.
Definitely shout out to y'all, okay? All right, so first off, let's get into... Oh, and a congratulations
to
goes to Tamar Braxton.
Yes, baby girl is engaged.
She is engaged. Now, I have...
This is her third time being engaged?
She was, married to Vince.
And then she got with...
She did get with the whatever the other business guy is, the dress before the drama. They were engaged.
Yes.
And then, this is her third engagement, but, second engagement, but, third engagement, and second step to really make it down the aisle, because it looked like she's really trying to go down the aisle with this one, okay?
Lord.
But I digress. Let's get into this.
She's engaged. I'm not, so clearly she's doing something.
3 weeks, though. She admitted on The Breakfast Club that it was 3 weeks.
Huh?
3 weeks after them meeting, they got engaged.
See, that just made my neck hurt even. Hollywood is different than us normal folks, because I guess 3 weeks for them is like 3 years or 3 months. But can you put a timestamp on love?
I mean, you can't. I mean, everybody tries to pull the whole. Granted, guys, this is not a relationship podcast. Okay, where's my camera? This is not a relationship, but we dabble in some things. Now, the thing is, a lot of people try to put the mark because Martin Luther King met Coretta and they got married or engaged in a week or whatever, 3 days or. However the spill is, I'm sorry, I don't remember all the details, and I get it. Like, you have that moment when you just know, like,
when you know,
this is my love. Like, I know it, I get it.
But can you really know a person in 3 weeks? Because you're still in that I love you, butterflies and rainbows stage.
Yeah.
Like, once you get to the nitty gritty, it's like after like a couple
to
months.
To the nitty gritty where it was just like, well, dog, I'm so tired of looking at your sneakers at this
you.
door. Like, stop dropping your clothes at where you stand in. Like, that phase. Like, I've been married 5 years in a relationship. I can't remember how long. 7 years altogether. And of course, every relationship is gonna have an up and down, but everybody go through changes. Like you're always growing, you're always changing.
Absolutely.
And in a way, some of these men are set up these days. Some, I'm not gonna say all, some. Okay, so don't drag us, or don't drag me. Some. I mean, I wouldn't even trust them with
If you in a relationship, stay in a relationship. There's nothing out here. I'm trusting y'all. It's nothing out here.
I've heard that it's
If you married, stay married.
It's ghetto. I heard it's ghetto in the dating pool.
Listen, I could write a book, but we're not here for that. We're not here for dating. We're not here for relationships. We're here for music and entertainment. So
for your entertainment, congratulations to Tamar. Congratulations to Evelyn as well, Evelyn Lozada, who was one of the OGs from Basketball Wives.
Yeah.
And Nivea was also
engaged?
No, she's not engaged.
Oh.
But she was also on the show as well. But she
of what?
With Tamar and
I think you're talking about
Evelyn.
Basketball Wives.
Oh no, not on Basketball Wives. I'm sorry if that correlated together, but no. But Nivea, was in search for love as well. For those who don't remember Nivea, she also was a singer. Yeah, I mean, come on, you got to remember Nivea. You know what I'm saying? So
don't mess with my man, laundromat.
I'm going to the laundromat. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, she was in it, but unfortunately, she, I want to say unfortunately, she didn't. She found some potentials, but it wasn't enough to say, "Hey, I'm gonna step up and be engaged to you." So.
But I don't understand. Like with this show, I heard it just premiered this week. So why were they already giving away? Evelyn got proposed to, or like what the results of everything?
To be honest, they didn't give like the details in regard because yes, it premiered this week, the full season.
But they showed who she got engaged to,
right? But the only thing is that I feel like they didn't say what the issue was or how, like, why it spilled the way it did. I feel like it was a marketing mistake. Like they slipped the beans before then.
That's like the Bachelor coming out and then they revealing who
they chose.
Yeah, what's the whole purpose of me watching the show?
Yeah, a lot of people definitely said that because at first, even for me, I was like, I'm not gonna watch it. But being that I'm just like a sop for love or whatever the deal is, I'm like, I'm still gonna watch it, whatever. But it did take away the suspense, the surprise essence of it. So, but.
Okay.
I'm quite sure people still gonna try to tune in or whatever. It might not get as high as ratings as they expected, but it is what it is. But congratulations.
All right, let's get into the music.
All right. So listen, we had a lot of major music happen within the past couple of weeks. So just gonna run through the list because we got some topics that we definitely want to get into today. So first of all, SDG, Mad, Gorilla. Anyways, Life's Great. This was, even though the album premiered earlier, but she actually had some additional tracks. This was like an Apple Music like exclusive like or edition. Okay. We have Najee, Kirby, Childish Gambino, Swerm. This is the actual EP soundtrack for
Swerm,
the Amazon original Swerm series. So, which we're going to talk to later about that as well. Alex Vaughn. Yes, the Hurt Book. The Home Pro had, this is a re-release for her and her music. She's an amazing artist, hands down. Like, I feel like she's been slept on. Maybe
Absolutely.
There is something that, I don't know, that they're trying to figure out to get her, like.
But I think she's getting more recognition now.
Now, yes. Yeah. So, definitely been slept on. Who we got? T-Pain. On top of the covers. I have to give it to him.
It was giving me what's the classic rock radio, the soft rock. It was giving me, like, I know, like, he did like a lot of renditions of songs that's already out.
Did a lot of renditions.
But it was smooth. It was
nice. I like it. It was pretty. It seemed like he had fun doing this.
Yeah.
He actually had a show in LA. I saw a couple of things on his stories. He sounded amazing. Yeah. So I was like, all right, I give it to him.
Sing.
He can
sing.
sing.
He's a singer. Like,
yeah, he's really good. So definitely check that out. Oh my gosh,
Blast.
I don't know why I was about to say Blitz. Think about Jalil and his football. Just for Clarity 2 EP. I don't know. Did you feel it?
A little. I just maybe got to give it a couple more
I think I just had to listen. If I had to compare, like, from the first one to this one, I say they're about the same.
Okay.
About the same.
Don't sleep on Blast. Blast is good.
Well, no, I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not. I'm just trying to still fill it out like a little bit. So yeah, it takes me some time. So once I get a couple of more listens and vibes and things like that, then I'll be like, oh my God, Danielle, listen, this track here is the best. So, all right, next, the War and Treaty Lovers Game. So this is a couple. I don't know if you ever, but they had some pretty good albums, and I feel like they're more. It's more like neo soul, more like Jill Scott era.
Love that realm.
But like it's literally a husband and wife. Like they're really just like vibing out. I thought this album was pretty good. Simple, straight to the just a nice vibe like for couples or whatever like that. So
we love neo soul over here.
Yeah, neo soul. I don't know. I've been on like a whole thing. Next, Jim Jones, a hit maker. Back in my prime. Now I was like, okay. I was like, okay, Jim Jones on something with this. And it gave me old Jim Jones. It didn't give me like some of the stuff like he's kind of been like hitting like featured with on.
You know what it is? I think Hitmaker, whenever he links with somebody, he don't miss.
That part.
And that leads me to the next one when we get into.
Yes. So, Music Soul Child and Hit Boy. Victims and Villains. So now we go back to the old previous conversation. So the first single that came out, I think it was called like Slow. I can't remember the actual title, but the first single I was expressing, I was like, I felt like this wasn't the single. When the album, I listened to the album.
The album is good.
The album is so freaking good. I feel like they should have definitely, they had more than enough songs that they could have literally started this album with. I felt like that song wasn't it. But this album was amazing, hands down, on repeat. Like when it first came out, like on repeat.
And like I said, with Hitmaker, if he links with somebody, he doesn't miss. Hit Boy, so many hits out there. Hit people.
I know. Oh Lord.
When Hit Boy links with anybody, he doesn't miss either, which is so weird because they have this like kind of like beef between each other, but they make great music.
Both.
Like I can only. What if they like link together? Hitman. I mean, not Hitman.
Look,
Hitmaker.
We got Hitman.
So, well, you know what? We have an interview.
Yes, we do. We have an interview coming up with Hitman Audio, who was Grammy nominated on so Futures. Check us out. Indie Talks this Thursday. It'll pass by the time this year.
But no. So if Hit Boy and Hitmaker link up together, like I can just only imagine like how crazy that would be.
Yeah. I think that would be an amazing collaboration, beef, but the beef has to like definitely
gotta cook out.
They gotta squash that.
Let's get into these singles.
Singles quickly. So of course, Tamar Braxton, which we were speaking about earlier, came out. Not only did she announce that she's engaged, she announced her new single off her upcoming album. So her single Changed. I definitely was feeling this. I think it was a pretty good
it's cute.
vibe. It's definitely cute. I am looking forward to the actual album in regards to this. So as you know, Shiz used to, R.I.P., who was an amazing, hands down songwriter, producer, definitely was a big part of her music career when it comes to her projects. So, of course, it was difficult trying to make sure she was trying to find
somebody who was right for her.
Right, who was really befitting and really can touch in on what it is that she's feeling when it comes to her music. And, I mean, so far, so good. So
we're going to see.
We'll see. Usher, Glue, of course.
That was... Oh, I was like, Usher, why you do this? No, it wasn't. I liked it.
It was good. I definitely was like, this is definitely a vibe.
Yeah.
All right. Oh my gosh.
Jadena, Boosie Collins.
Yes.
Safe. That was a vibe.
Boosie Collins actually he's featured on a couple of songs with a couple of people. So I was like, okay, Boosie. I was like, you feel my man?
He still got it. Don't sleep on Boosie.
Rent Free.
Black. Yeah.
Okay. K Michelle with You. Now she has made a lot of announcements that she's gonna be doing country music. This is her R&B track prior to her, I guess, going to release her countryside. Now she also released a visual to this as well. I don't know how I was feeling about the visual, but the track itself,
it's different for her.
It's
not bad. It's different for K Michelle.
I in my opinion, how can I say this? I kind of feel like with this one, I feel like we've heard it before.
I don't know. I liked it.
Because if you go back to the album with VSOP, I can't remember the album name. With like those trackings, I kind of feel like it would be something that's befitting into that album. But the visual, I was like, okay, like, this is K Michelle's like first video, like,
because we haven't heard music from her in a minute.
In a while, yeah.
So I mean, it's good that she's back.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say, K Michelle, welcome back. We need you in the music game. She's doing her thing or whatever the deal is. I'm just trying to, I don't know, maybe I just need to fill it out a little bit more in regards to, and then obviously, with her, I like the country song because she did sample one of the country songs that she did with another country artist. I think it was his name Alan Chase or something like that, or Anthony, something like that. It started with an A.
Girl, I'm the last person to add anything country.
But let me tell you, you need to get on because we have a lot of wonderful black.
Yes, I've been
artists.
I've been hearing.
So all right, well, check it out. Right, going through these really quickly. Little Mosey, Flu Game, definitely try it. Doshi, Kodak Black, What It Is, Block Boy. That one was actually
It was cute.
That one's pretty good.
It was some cut sample.
Yes. What was next? Lola Brooke with So Disrespectful. I think she's on a path. She's on a roll here. This is her time. She's on a roll. Joyner Lucas, Devil's Work 2, Rennie Rucci with her another single that she came out, Bend It Over. So, which was a little, I like it was a little ratchet,
You gotta have balance.
Gotta have some balance, She gave us a little ratchet. I like
some
it.
ratchetness in your life.
So, all right, and then they go through our indie music and upcoming.
So our indie music list, we have Tara Lene with So Real, Blue Lil Baby with Pride, Nichelle Lease with Love Drug, Nori Belay with Get the Bag.
That was a good one.
So definitely check out your independent artists because I always say they need our support just as much as we support these mainstream artists because they're doing everything themselves. As far as upcoming music, we have Chloe Bailey with In Pieces, which comes out next Friday. Is that Friday?
No, that's the 24th. It's the 31st.
Yeah, next Friday.
Oh, wait, we're in a new week.
Yeah, next Friday, the 31st.
Oh, gosh, please be offense.
Time is flying.
It is.
Daniel Caesar with Never Enough on April 7th. Arlo Parks with My Soft Machine, May 26th. Yes. So definitely check those out. And let's get into our topics.
Ooh, our topics. So I'm sorry for guys if we kind of flew through the music. It's really because these topics that we picked to go into is I need us to spend a little time on it. Just because there are some things that we kind of want to, I guess, literally just elaborate on because, especially this first topic. So, of course, they have Blueface and Chrisean Rock has always been on the media and always been some, well talked about. I wanted to touch on this particular topic because Blueface, it was the whole thing of embarrassing Chrisean on social media. Now, of course, the two are very known to go back and forth on social media, tweeting, video rants, whatever. But I thought this one in particular because Blueface I feel like he has made it very clear to this woman that he is not interested. So the moral is the whole entity of the story is that Blueface had made a comment posting his baby girl with his first I don't like to say baby mama, child's mother. So and also expressed in his stories that he tries to be very careful in regards to who he's picking as his children's mother, right? And put in some comparisons as in why he had another baby with his first child's mother. Comparing her and Krishan, saying, she's more respectful. She knows where to stay, be in her place. Krishan is all over here and doing this and traveling and being everywhere and being in men's face and being with 1,000 men, all sorts of stuff. And he's like, basically saying like, well, but you about to have my seed, And I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking, I was just like, do you ever think that calling her a hoe, that calling her a bitch, like that's not adding fuel to the fire?
We've talked about I feel like we talk about these people more than we need to.
True.
We spoke about them last time.
Yes.
And I feel like everything is all a hoax. Everything is for publicity. Like, I feel like none of this is real. Because at the end of the day,
even the laundry, like
she took
a whole video saying, he's like, I told this hoe to do my laundry. She just let it bleed. And show the actual video.
But she's back with him and she's doing laundry. So what?
True.
I mean, like I do feel bad because there was like a video she posted where she was driving and she was like crying and stuff like that. And she was like how she was contemplating.
I felt that.
She was contemplating getting an abortion, but at the end of the day, you still going back to this man. And I think what it is, I think that Blueface is afraid or maybe intimidated of her blowing up bigger than he is.
But if it happens, so what?
He don't want that. It's all a control thing.
Then go back to your first mother.
It's the fact because he knows he can control Krishan.
And I can't wait until the day where she just wakes up and be like...
We say that, but until she wants that to happen, it ain't going to happen.
But you know what? Maybe the birth of the child. Maybe she'll put someone else. Because maybe she can get the love that she never received. Like, she hasn't received.
And I think that's why she stays with Blueface, is because she's searching or she wants that feeling of love or intimacy with a man, or like, I guess because he did put her in a position that where she's in right now. Like, yeah, granted he did that, but also it was Krishan's personality that got her on the show, and Krishan being a likable person. Right. that she's able to maneuver and mingle with these celebrities.
Right. I don't know. He did have a point at time where he was saying that he was like, well, you're about to have a baby. He's like, when do you calm down? Like, when do you not fight? When do you not, like, he's saying.
So why did you choose to impregnate her?
That part.
You can't. Come on now, like, y'all know what
I'm like, y'all know it's like she be quick with the hands in a minute. Like,
but it's like some certain stuff that she does is like really childish. But I think it's just for shock value.
But I really hope that she comes to a point of realization in regards to for herself as a. Take out Blueface, take out everybody else, just for yourself as a woman. When do you feel like your worth? Or, no, let me rephrase that. When do you feel like you're worthy? Like, when do you appreciate you for your worthiness? And not have to deal with, people that... I wish Jeremy would put me on top of... Because I ain't washed no laundry. All right. Yeah. First of all, he wouldn't even do that. That's not even his MO. But yeah, I just hope that she does come. I hope that this even when she has a child, that it wakes something up in her. Not just because people are saying it to her, because people can talk to you till you blue in the face, and it's up to you whether you're gonna accept it or not.
Exactly.
So,
and every time like they get into these big arguments and it's posted on, like honestly, I really wish I would stop seeing this because I'm tired of seeing it. But they get into like these big blow ups, and you're like, okay, she's gonna really like wake up and she's gonna leave him. No, she be right next to him, up under him, doing his laundry, cooking, doing all this other stuff. But you know what?
Because I didn't watch the video in the full, I didn't realize he was in the room when she started doing the laundry.
Listen.
Until I literally sat and watched the full clip, and I was like, oh, he was there?
Not my monkey, not my zoo. So guess what? I'm going to say it again. Not my monkey, not my zoo. Next.
Not my sink. So, what we got?
So, Tanisha Foster, China Hustle, she is attacked on social media due to still posting about missing Nipsey Hussle. Now, also, there's like a question of should she still be posting about him, talking about how she was his first love. It's a sticky situation.
Yeah.
Because people grieve differently. But it's like, also, you guys weren't together for how many years? Like, yeah, you can post like, okay, yeah, you missed the guy. That's perfectly fine, but don't be disrespectful about it.
Well, where's the disrespect coming in about it though?
Talking about, oh, I was his first love. Okay, yeah, you was his first love, but who was he initially with at the end of the day?
Okay.
We gotta stop living in the past and just, you know.
Now,
I mean, I'm not telling her to feel how she feels. This is just my humble opinion. That's all I can say.
I think in a sense, for me, I think more of a sense is like, we don't want to take away the fact that she feels the way she feels, right? Of course, you're gonna. I mean, you have a child together, so that's like a piece of you still.
Mm-hmm.
You don't understand, like, regardless of the fact that whether you was together or not, it's still a part of you because you had this special moment, like this bonding moment. That's something that you can't.
And you
forget.
guys produced a child,
right. And I think that sometimes I've seen sometimes where I feel like she has gone overboard. And what I mean by that is that I get it. This was your first love and things of that nature, which was kind of crazy because I think at the time when he passed away, I think she was in a relationship, somewhat. And and it was crazy because she did change her last name to Hustle during the time of his death. Yes, it wasn't always Hustle. And then
rewind. What?
Yeah.
I didn't know this. Why? Like, what sense does that make?
She probably got into, like, I mean, it was the whole hype, Nipsey Hussle, the death, the surrounding, like, everything about that. Because you got to think about it, it brought more attention. His death, unfortunately, brought more attention and awareness to his music. It brought more attention to his efforts and endeavors and what he was doing in the community. Even though there were a larger scale of artists who actually knew and worked with him, Ludacris, Jay-Z, Master P, like so many people, Snoop Dogg, that knew beforehand, firsthand, prior to the world understanding where his philanthropy come from, where his endeavors and business ethics came from, and how he handled things. Yeah, and of course with that spotlight, I mean,
But my thing is, if you wasn't gonna change your last name to Hustle when that man was alive, why would you do it when he's gone?
maybe she feels like she needs like a part
Y'all
of
have a child
her
together.
that to hold that memory
Y'all have a child together.
I mean,
Like
granted,
y'all have a child together.
we're definitely not saying there's nothing wrong with the way that she's grieving. I think now at the point you got to take in consideration that this man was in a full-blown relationship for years with Lauren London.
That's what I'm just like, why are you?
And you don't think it's like a soft spot for her as well? Because we don't know the interactions they could have had.
Yeah.
You know? So, and they obviously, the siblings, their siblings, the kids, her child and her children, they're blood.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be, you know, some type of, you know, communication or whatever the deal is because of the fact that you want to try to keep them connected.
For the kids, yes.
For the kids. I think at this point it's just like you can hurt, you can let it be known, but we don't need to go into like 50 different memories.
I think there's boundaries that should
Right.
be.
I just think that there's boundaries at this point because this supposedly, I don't know, we don't know how true it is. We can't confirm it. You know, there was talk about they were engaged, Laura London and Nipsey Hussle. Mm-hmm. You know, some said they were actually married.
Yeah.
So we don't know. And if that's the case, I will feel even as, you know, the child's mother, be like, you know, I want to still have respect, but it's okay for me to still be in my mourning stage and still feel like, dog, I really wish he was here. I really wish he was here to help, you know, his daughter, you know, see those things, her going to a father-daughter dance or her going to, you know, prom, graduation,
simple
and
stuff.
her first kiss or her first relationship.
What
like,
parent is seeing their first? Come on, man.
No, I mean, well, they're to
like
talk about it or first date or whatever the deal is, like to talk about it. For him to give that, you know, that fatherly advice, like, you know, he better not, hey, he gonna catch him outside, like type spill. But, you know, I think in that sense, yes. But I think when they get more personable about yourself, singling yourself and not
making it about you
and making it about you, I think there's like a respect level because, you know, I'm quite sure Lauren London want to get on social media every day and be like, I miss Nipsey and post pictures and everything. I mean,
she does it when she
feels But she don't goes into like a, you know, she's very
private
and to the point.
I aspire to be like that.
Yeah, so and that's it. But definitely, so please don't take this as we're trying to tell her how to mourn. I think there's just a respect aspect in it because nobody said you can't take away your memories. We can't take away how you're feeling. I think at this present time, it's just like, you know, just don't make it about you. If it's about because you miss your daughter and you want her to have those moments, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
But, yeah, so.
Next.
So this one I thought was very interesting. We're still talking about rappers here. So Spice took to social media. So of course Spice went through this horrible ordeal.
Oh my gosh!
With almost losing her life. Well, she died. Oh, yeah. According to her, she on Instagram she died and came back. So if those who don't remember, Spice, everybody was, you know, she was in. We knew she was in the DR. We knew that some suspected that she was having more body surgery and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. But it was just like, oh, you got to stop going and trying to enhance your body, things of that nature. But did not know that she was actually suffering from an intestine rupture with because of sepsis. And it basically, they said she had a hernia. She said she had a hernia. That's what saved her. Because the hernia was on the outside of where the rupture happened. Oof. And they said if it wasn't there, it could have killed her instantly.
Ooh.
And I was just like, that's
God,
an
that's
amazing
God. That is God.
story. And she said that she actually showed a visual, which
I didn't
show. It was a visual where she said because even though the hernia was there, with the rupture, the sepsis started eating her from inside out. So it shows the damage to the skin. It was a pretty graphic picture. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So she had to do emergency surgery. She said she had multiple surgeries. They said even she had to come back to the States and had another emergency surgery. I think she said she had 2. And basically, with all that said, this woman said she was in the hospital since September all the way to December of 2022.
Jesus.
And, she said, she said, I'm trying to heal. She's like, everybody's saying, well, you're not getting on social media to say anything. You're not, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's because everybody's so used to trying to get into business.
Yeah.
And she finally got up because she made her reappearance with this photo shoot of a belly, a huge belly and a carriage and all in blue. So, of course, when I first saw it, I was like, I said, I don't want to post this yet. And I was going to post it. And I was like, something about this, I don't know. Is off. And I was just like, I'm a holdout. And I said, I'm so glad I went with that. And it comes out to be, she's saying, guys, I'm not pregnant. It was a way for her to celebrate new life.
Oh, like being reborn. Spice always... She's very, what's the word? She posts stuff with like meaning. Like I remember when she did the whole bleaching of the skin thing.
Yeah.
And she was just like trying to bring awareness to that and like, yeah.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I felt like it was a little extreme for new life. I mean, you got a whole... Now, granted, I pay attention to the marketing aspect of it. I'm just like, you got a whole aesthetic belly, like a carriage, everything like you got a whole like baby shower thing going on right now. Just to say what God has done for you and giving you new life, I'm like, that's over the top.
It is. But listen, she's just grateful to be here. She could have died, so let her do it.
I just think it was a great
It could have
marketing
been something
aspect
different
because of she got a visual coming out and everything. If it's not already out, I don't know if it dropped or not, but I know she also had a visual coming out as if like she's on the she shows like where she's on the table, like I don't know if she died or didn't. I saw something about a flat line or whatever the deal is. I don't know if the visual is out yet or if it's coming out, but I just thought that she got the people's attention. Okay,
that's one thing she's gonna do. She's gonna get people's attention.
She got
she know what she's doing.
I think she knows definitely what she's doing. Mm-hmm. I think the whole thing is just a marketing genius. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes with these marketing things, I was like, I don't know if you want to go that extreme.
Shock value. That's what people do it for.
And we're gonna come back to shock value because of Sierra's dress.
Oh my God.
We're gonna come back
everybody in an uproar, but
we're gonna come to that.
All right. So there's a new Bravo show with SWV and Escape. It's called Queens of R&B. And I don't know if you guys have known this, but the sisters from Escape, Latasha and LaToya, their drama is just crazy. It's like you could literally cut, like the tension is like just from the first episode, it was just like so crazy. So there's been this whole thing that LaToya accused Latasha of stealing her money. She received $30,000. So I guess they did a performance.
Back royalties.
Okay. She received $30,000, but it was sent to Latasha's account.
Well, the checks were getting sent to Latasha's home.
Yeah, and apparently Latasha's husband Rocky was doing something where he moved it to different accounts, And this was like, what, 10, 15 years ago or something like that, a couple years ago. And first of all, I'm going to say $30K. I want my money now. Now. Ain't no way this would be going on for hell nah. But so they've been addressing this on the show, and Latasha is still in denial. She's like, denial is a river in Egypt, and we ain't still nothing. And it's sad because also, like, you can see LaToya with her relationship with her mom. Like, you know, they're raising a Christian home, a church home. And I guess like the theme of is forgiveness, but it's also that LaToya is a liar. Like, she's making stuff up, and you can just see like how her mom sides with Latasha all the time. And it's sad because it's like, you know, the only reason why she said the only reason why she did escape was because like her mom was so proud that she was doing something her sister was doing, which is it's sad. That's like sad. It's really sad. But people been dragging Latasha up and down, honey. She got a new gospel single out. She posted, and I went through the comments, and people been like, "Give your sister her money."
I definitely went through the comments.
This is not Christian light,
right? It was like your project is not going to be blessed.
It's not
to reach the audience that you think is going to be. It needs to reach because of your actions. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna say this. I feel like it's true. I feel like she probably didn't know at first. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's a possibility because her husband was supposed to be helping Escape with as their management company or whatever, you know, whatever the deal is, right? Candy talked about it a little bit as well, saying that, you know, we trusted in, you know, them to, you know, bring us this management company, which Candy has also expressed. She felt like they wasn't really doing anything.
Yeah.
And I feel like Latasha could have not known at first, but then it could have been
about the checks.
Because mind you, if her husband is her manager and he's receiving, right, and he's, you know, he can probably say, hey, this is just what this is for right now. But who's to say a red flag couldn't have raised when, okay, so now if Candy getting a check, Tiny's getting a check, I'm getting a check, where are my sisters?
But it's also, aren't the checks given in their names?
Yeah.
So how is that legal that you can deposit a check in that's in somebody else's name?
And that's what I'm saying. As the manager, being that, it's Escape, mm-hmm. depending how the counts are set up or whatever the deal is and how they did it and whose names on how they have their names or whatever like that, mm-hmm. he could have easily, he as management could have easily manipulated that situation. But that's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to give it the benefit of the doubt that she probably couldn't have known at first. Mm-hmm. But then once everything got winded and, she probably started asking questions like, well, where is LaToya's check? What's going on? Da-da-da-da. The money could have already been in the account.
First of all, it's Tamika. We keep calling LaToya. It's Tamika.
It's Tamika? Okay.
I'm like, LaToya, that's not her name.
Correction. Tamika. I thought it was LaToya.
I'm like, what the?
My bad. I don't know where it was. So Tamika.
I'm like, that's LaToya.
And Latasha. I don't know why I always, so maybe we just wanted like a lot. Something,
I'm
whatever.
Like, that don't sound right. It's Tamika. Girl, sorry.
So forgive us.
Jesus Christ.
Gosh. So Tamika. So I really sympathize with her because, it's you sometimes you go through those sibling like shadow moments. Mm-hmm. And granted, Latasha has a blowout voice. So does Tamika.
They all have great voices.
I think they have all right. And Candy also talked about how her and Latasha always bumped heads.
Yeah. I think, honestly, they need therapy. They need serious therapy because it's like, how are you guys going to be doing a show and going on tour and you guys aren't even right within y'all group? Like, y'all have to settle the differences y'all got now.
Right.
And Latasha, give your sister her money, please.
even if, and I'm saying it don't gotta be on social media. It don't have to be in the presence of on the show, whatever. I'm just like, dog, just like in private, be like, yo, sis.
Like, y'all listen, that's crazy.
Like, that's my sis. I think for me, like, I couldn't have my sister feeling that way. Like, my twin sister could not. There's no way I can have my twin sister feel that way. And if I know I did something wrong, I'll be like, you know what? I effed up.
Child, first of all, somebody, like I said, 30K, I'm going to do investigations. Oh, I'm going to have to. I'm going to.
And the fact that Tamika said that they still had to pay taxes.
Yes.
On that money.
On money she didn't even get.
She didn't get. So I would have took the L on. I'm sorry. If I was Natasha, I'll take the L and be like, yo,
send the money back.
I'm just
because but no, obviously, like, she wouldn't just be making this stuff out of thin air and out of her ass. Like, obviously, because it's like, all right, if you got to check,
right? Because if that's the case, she would blame everybody.
Exactly.
Tiny took money from me too.
Exactly.
Katie took money from me too.
If y'all three got checks and she didn't get her check, where'd it go?
Agreed.
And it's also, where's the records that, okay, it was sent? Okay, where's the tracking for the
obviously
letter?
Previously working for a bank, you can, as long as you have the check number, the date, or whatever.
Exactly. What account it was deposited to?
Right. You can you have every right to get all that information. You have
what
every
account
right
was
to
it
get
deposited to? Let me know right now, please. I don't 30K. I ain't playing shop people. Ooh, my neck.
Yeah, and I would have been right there. I'm like, every check Latasha gets.
But hopefully they can get it together.
Yes. But I wish them nothing but love and the best, because, you know, this affects a lot of things. You know, and of course, Tiny, Candy, and Tamika is still touring, doing escape, you know, dates and things of that nature. And it's only those three, which some, I'm not going to, said has expressed that they feel relieved that it is within
just
that
three.
Circle of them.
I mean, I'm sure the energy is a lot different, because even like on the show, you can just see like when Latasha will come in, like the energy changes. Like it was just like a dark energy, and it just wasn't good. Like,
it's not healthy. And I really hope that, you know, they will be able to work it out and bring it to a close. Like I said, even off camera, like just your sister, work it out between you and your sister. Then little by little address whatever other head bumps you have with people, but just your sister, your blood, yo, get that right. Get that right. I'm telling you, get that right. So, all right. So what we got? Okay, finally, Amazon original series Swarm. Now, this features a lot of people. So Chloe Bailey, of course, Leon is in it.
Yes, Damson Idris, Billie Eilish. Who else is in it?
It's a couple of people. Oh my gosh,
it's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. And first of all, executive produced by Danny Glover, Donald Glover. Oh gosh.
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. I was like Danny Glover.
If you want to do Donnie, sure, but Donald.
Danny Glover. Sorry, Donald Glover. Which is, and then of course, you know, they. I love the soundtrack. For Kirby, Childish Gambino, and Naja, not Queen Naja, just Naja. First off, the of this series, which relates more to an artist called Naja and Cachet, which both is a dynamic
husband and
wife in music, touring. Now, the similarities in which it comes to Beyonce and Jay-Z. Now, Swarm versus the Beehive, of course. They have a lot of similarities in regards to, obviously we know who we're talking about. So obviously they can't legally say that this is Beyonce and Jay-Z or depiction or something in regards to their life story. But these are stories in relation to fans that have been overly obsessed with these artists.
It's crazy. Like, and then I believe
supposedly these are true stories.
Yeah. The Andrea Green, like, she's like a legit, like, actual person who's still like on the run. But it's crazy because it's just like when you watch her, because everybody knows on the show, like if you've seen if you've seen previews, like you see that she's killing people, and just like the way she's killing them, and it's just like
she's still getting away with this.
Like the way, like just that look in her eyes, and it's crazy. And it's to think, like, you know, she was spending $5,000, $4,000 on tickets to see the artist Nyjah. And it's like, I think about like me, like some people they'll say, okay, I can't make my rent this month, but I'm going to spend $1,800 on, for example, Drake just came out with his tickets for his show. And I love Drake. Everybody knows that. I love Drake with all my heart. I've been to every concert except for one, and then the one he just did at the Apollo. But them prices, it wasn't in my ministry. It's not.
Like, why we gotta go out and sell a kidney to get a ticket?
Bro,
and then
it's like the nosebleed seats, because he's doing 6 shows in New York. So he's doing 3 in Barclays, 3 at MSG.
Right.
The nosebleed seats and the 300s for the Barclays is $300. Like, what? Normally,
and the ones where you have to bring the binoculars.
And it's like,
and be like, can I see the stage?
Am I enjoying the show or what? And it's like, if you want to be on the floor seats, you got to spend at least like $1,700 for what? I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I love Drake, but I don't love you that much to be deciding if I'm making my rent or if I'm eating this. I can't do it.
Or selling a body part.
I'm not doing it. And that's
first of all, and then Aubrey had the nerve to post up on social media with, you know, obviously he must be just got done doing either an interview or a show or something, and everybody's banging at the windows and the doors, and it had the nerve to caption and said, "This is why the prices are up."
Oh, I didn't see that.
This is why.
Hell nah.
The prices are up.
But he wants us to support his gambling habit. That's what it is. That's why it's so high.
The gambling habit.
The man gambles.
I know because what was it for the game? What was the bet?
I mean, but he be making his bets sometimes. I ain't gonna hold you.
Well, yeah, he did. He did say that he does.
That he did whatever the one he did for the Super Bowl. He made that one.
Yeah, the one he got for the Super Bowl, he definitely got.
But
that one was like $500,000. Wasn't it like $500,000 or something?
I don't remember. Gone are the days when we used to pay. Like, I used to pay to see Drake. Honestly, I think I paid like maybe like $150, $200, $223,
which is reasonable. Especially.
And if I'm paying that, or if I'm paying $300, my seats are really good. Like, I can reach out and touch that man's hand. I'm not paying $300. I'm not paying $300 to look at binoculars, and I gotta go like, I'm not doing that. What is that? Go on all the days, because I don't know what's going on with Beyonce. I didn't even pay that much for Beyonce.
We was just talking about that.
But anyway,
first of all, shout out to Josh. Shout out to the studio. Shout out to everybody that's here. Yo, you be holding us down, hearing us rant and ramble.
Like, I ain't got it.
Have our girl cries.
I ain't got it. I'm not at the age anymore where I'm gonna be eating oodles and noodles, missing meals because I'm buying drinks. I'm not doing it. Nah. So I say that to say this, to go back to Swarm. When she was spending $4,000 on these tickets for what? For one night. Like, what are you doing? What's going on in your mind, bro?
But you know what's so crazy, because she ended up spending, you know, when but
we don't want to
we don't want to give it all away, but yeah, she was spending some crazy amount of money.
How are you getting this money?
But you know what's so crazy to me? I'm sorry, guys, spoiler alert, just for a second. The fact that when she started being on a run, and she had the Twitter account, the fan base account, and literally the fans, the swarm, AKA the beehive, will help her find these people.
Yeah,
for her to link to these people.
Addresses, everything.
Like, she was finding them.
I don't know how she was stealing cars. That's crazy. But it's just like, it's sad because, you know, there are real people out there that literally they think like these Twitter people are their friends, and they get so much joy, and they can't live their life if they don't see their favorite artist. Like, I mean, I love Beyonce just as much as the next person, but Beyonce, she's not paying my bills. She don't care if I eat, sleep, or shit. So what am I doing?
Very true. And what's so crazy is Jeremy's friend had a nerve to say, was it Jeremy's friend or was it Jeremy? Jeremy was no, I think it was Jeremy. He asked me, he was like, if Beyonce was to pull up right now and be like, here's a cup of my bathwater, drink it, and I'll hold you down for the rest of your life. And I told Jeremy, I was like, the hell I will. I will not. Because at the end of the day, Beyonce is just as human as who we are.
She eats, sleep, and shit just like we do.
That part. And I was like, what you not understand is that why would I put my integrity on the line because you're Beyonce?
Yeah.
And I said, I feel like, and I said, here's the thing. I feel like Beyonce will respect someone a little bit more better that can be upfront with her, be like, yo, B, yeah, you tripping. So I'm going to keep it moving. Because at the end of the day, me drinking your bathwater.
What is that doing? Like,
what am I getting out of that? Like, what am I doing? Because at the end of the day, whether if I drink your bathwater or not, if you cross me or whatever, or you don't honor my friendship or whatever, were we really friends?
Girl, I'm not drinking nobody's bathwater.
I'm not drinking nobody's bathwater.
Regardless of who you are, I'm not drinking nobody's bathwater.
I don't care.
Like, what? Like, what?
And himself can come down and be like, hey. No.
Girl, that's Michael Jackson.
Oh, Michael Jackson.
Lord,
Michael Jackson, Prince, whoever can come down from heaven themselves and be like, can you? No. Return back where you come from.
I think what it is, the whole objective of Swarm is that we should stop putting these celebrities on pedestals.
Yes.
That we can't live our life if we don't see them, if we're not updated on their lives and we're so fixated on them. Yeah. Like, again, like I said, they're not paying our bills at the end of the day. If you think about it, we're the one that pay their bills.
Pretty much.
We're the one that listen to their music. We're the ones that buys merch. We're the ones that goes to the concerts. We're the ones that gives them views, likes, essentially we're the ones that's doing that.
Very true.
So I think to be so obsessed with an artist to the point that you can't live your life is mind-boggling to me.
And not only be obsessed, the fact that there is people, like, obviously, like we said, like, this imitates these stories of people really, taking lives because of one thing. And it was so crazy because in the series, the one question is that they depict on, which is so crazy, who's your favorite artist?
Yeah.
And it took me to the whole, it kind of gave me like the whole Scream vibe and Thriller vibe.
What's your favorite scary movie? But no, Scream, that was crazy. But anyway, continue.
And it gave me such the relevance in regards to, like, so I don't know how to say this without giving it away, because Chloe Bailey kind of picked on something with her sister, Andrea Green and things like that. I don't want to give it away, so you know what? I'm not going to say it. So it is what it is.
Just check out
check out the series.
Yeah.
I think it's good, and this is only season 1. Now my question is, do you feel like this is something that's going to continue? Because I kind of feel like this is going to get tiring a little bit real quickly.
I don't know. Do we have a need for it to come back? I don't know, because I feel like, it could be in a sense like how like Atlanta was, like every season was kind of like a different theme or something like that. It could be something like that, but
or maybe the focus, like, even though it was Swarm and like the focus was like more of a depiction with Jay-Z and Beyonce and how it was emulated, maybe there will be another artist or a couple or something that maybe
to be obsessed with.
To be obsessed?
I don't know, but I mean, it's a very interesting series. People may find it weird, but you know what? It's good.
I'm not gonna lie. By the time I got to
it's like
the 5th episode, I was like, "Yo, she's bugging."
it's like weirdly good. Like, but you know what? That's Donald Glover for you, because like that's how his mind is when look at Atlanta. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's true. I have to give. I mean, the creativity and the thought process in it, I mean, is amazing. I'm just like, yo, this is nah.
Yeah,
Like, she's bugged.
Batshit crazy.
Like at one moment, I was researching her. Like, yo, is she?
Yeah,
really?
like it was like one episode where I was like, hold on, this is a true story. What the hell is going on here?
I was like, because if this is, I mean, she emulated this part to the FNC. Like, she was like, did you really just? No.
Man,
like I have to see Nasha.
I'ma say, what's the girl's name?
I don't think they're giving each. They got it. They have to give her more spotlight. I'm sorry.
Dominique Fishback. That's her name. She played the hell.
She's playing the hell out of this doggone role. And I'm sorry. I feel like this is bigger than Chloe Bailey, Desmond, Idris, and all of them. Like I'm
she
like they need to, because I've been seeing another thing too. I have been seeing a lot of the junket interviews with like other like hosts and things of that nature, and I have seen Dominique with Chloe, and their focus is always giving Chloe the questions, and I'm just like, well, dog, I'm like, y'all really missing the aspect of her, like this girl.
She did a really good job.
Hands down, is playing basically like a serial killer.
I mean, hell yeah. But like just like the way she does it, her emotions, and just listen, kudos to her. But Friday, like social media was in uproar because within the first 5 minutes, there's an opening scene with Chloe Bailey and Damson Idris, and he's giving it to her, giving her back shots, and it's just like, wow.
It looked a little weird to me.
It looked very real to me. But also she spoke about how, like, she's never done a sex scene before, and he made her feel comfortable. Like, they would crack jokes and stuff like that. And she said that, obviously, like, their parts were covered up, and that there was a bouncy ball in between them. So it just made it look very real. But child, I was like, ooh. I was like, hold on, wait a minute now. What's going on here?
Danielle got hot and bothered.
I was like, hold on now, Chloe, what's going on? Damn sis. But damn. See, I can't even talk. But anyway, continue.
I thought it was a little weird or whatever, because I think it was, like, it's like the corny dude. Like, I felt like he was like corny just because he saw her standing there instead of being like, yo, what you doing? Close the door. Like, it was just like, he was just like, so weird. Cocky. It was weird. Like, you see me? Like I wanted to flex now. What is that? Like, that was corny of you.
That's how he gave
like, I'm in here doing this, and now you just.
But she also weird, just like staring at her best friend having sex with a man. Like, what?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, that was kind of
creepish
a little bit too.
Come on.
I mean, it was just a little. I feel like it was just, even for me, it was just like a little bit more weirdish that he was even like indulging in the fact that she was standing there. So, anyway, whatever.
Next.
But I mean, I wish the series lots of success, and I want people to pay attention to Dominique a little bit more, like in this, because I think this will open more doors for her as well.
Yes.
All right.
Next, so we have the 2023 Oscars. Rihanna, she came in and she performed "Lift Me Up," and it was so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I could have cried, but I didn't. It was just so beautiful. And unfortunately, it did not win Best Original Song, which I'm so surprised, because that was a beautiful song. Now, I don't know what song won, because I did not care once I saw that song.
I think they lost me after the Angela Bassett loss.
And we're going to get into that.
So we'll get into that.
So Angela Bassett, she was nominated for Best Supporting Actress for Wakanda Forever. for Black Panther 2. And she lost to Jamie Lee Curtis, which I initially thought...
Halloween!
No. It wasn't Halloween.
I thought they said it was Halloween.
That's what I thought. It wasn't. It was some other movie. It wasn't Halloween. Because if it was Halloween, I would have... No, it wasn't to Halloween. It was to a different movie that nobody knows what it was. But that's always how it goes. Like the Oscars goes. Like these no-name movies that nobody has ever seen a preview or seen in theaters or rented wins the awards. And it's sad because, Angela Bassett, she has been in the game for a long time. And she's played roles that she should have been won for an Oscar for. When she was in Malcolm X, when she was in What's Love Got to Do with It. Like, she's been in so many movies that they just don't want to recognize her.
I just, and let me say, I feel like the Oscars this year wasn't for us.
It never is. Well, actually, no. No,
because I feel like, I'll say about 2019. Obviously, we didn't have anything 2020, then 2021. I'll say about, okay, maybe 2018, 2019, the start where I felt like, okay, they're really giving our culture the opportunity, the chance to really get what is deserved.
Mm-hmm. Wait, sidebar. Jamie Lee Curtis won for Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Oh, that was her movie?
She was a supporting actress, yes.
I didn't even know she was in. Jeremy actually watched that. I didn't even know she was in it.
I ain't never heard of that movie a day of my goddamn life. But anyway, continue.
Well, the only reason I ain't heard of it is because, yeah. But anyway, that's surprising. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I felt like Angela Bassett was definitely snubbed on this.
Absolutely.
This win. I feel like, and I'm not even mad at her reaction. Now, granted, she didn't say it wasn't, she said she does give her support to Jamie Lee Curtis, and in regards to her winning. I think it was just a moment for her because it was just like she felt that it was her.
Yes.
This was her opportunity. Yes. This was her chance. Because granted, there's not going to be no more Wakanda. Like
Well, for her character, there's not.
For her character, right.
Because she's passed on. Ugh.
Which is crazy. I was like, why they had to let her die?
They had to kill her off. Like,
anyway. And I get it because they're trying to pass it to the baton to the new generation. The sister and everybody. I totally understand the gist of it.
But anyway, continue. We're not going to get into it.
But Rihanna's performance was very touching. It was. I felt it. Like I felt you saw her little trembles and things of that nature. Like it was something that was different. Like she literally was just in it.
Yeah. And she got a standing ovation.
That's what the part I wanted to get to. The fact that she got a standing ovation in regards to this. Now, granted, yes, Beyonce did perform the Oscars the year before, but it was
a pre-recorded
performance that she did at I was gonna say basketball court, the tennis court in Compton, because of course Will Smith was nominated. The movie, oh my God, what was the movie?
For King Richard.
King Richard was nominated in a couple of categories, and of course,
which he won.
Right, and of course, Beyonce was nominated,
but she didn't win.
But she didn't win as well because it was the original track for the film. So, I think like with Rihanna, Beyonce, Rihanna, things like that, having a very impactful. Because I think the only time as a who won was Questlove. I think won prior to that, or no, the same year, last year, he won. I just think that the Oscars this year, because of the influence of what happened with Will Smith and Chris Rock, I really feel like it definitely wasn't supporting our culture.
Black folks. Girl, just say it.
It wasn't
just say
supporting
it.
the black folks this year. They said they didn't want the drama. They don't want no issues. Did you peep? Jimmy Fallon said that they have extra security, or they got a whole team in place if anything goes basically left.
Man, why are we still living in the past, bro? Like,
so I just thought like, yo, this is not it.
Wait, can we talk about Tim's dress? She was getting a lot of backlash. She looked so beautiful.
She did.
She looked so beautiful, so angelic, and it is a shame that her moment kind of was like overshadowed by her dress, and she was blocking a lot of people. And it's not her fault. I would kind of say like maybe her stylist could have picked something a little different, or maybe that could have been her red carpet dress, and then when she got there, changed to something else. Because that's not fair to the people in the back who, if I'm there at the damn Oscars and I'm sitting behind her,
I would have been mad too. I would have been like, ma'am,
I'm gonna be pushing the dress down.
Put us down.
You uncomfortable? I'm uncomfortable.
Right.
Shit.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but she did look beautiful though.
The dress was so beautiful. She looked amazing. And it's crazy because you see the video footage
of like people trying to like breaking their necks and trying to, and it's like
trying to see.
Like that could have been their first and last time that they've ever had the opportunity to go to the Oscars, and like damn, they can't see.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that should have been her red carpet
dress, and then she could have changed. Yeah.
And then she could have changed in something maybe similar, something a little bit more downtown. Mm-hmm. I mean, even Cardi. So shout out to the stylist and the designer, because Cardi also implicated I don't want to say she duplicated, because Cardi did on the Grammys wore the same designer, and obviously in a red. What was it? Blue? I think it was red. I think it was red. Same style of dress. And everything, and I think that was like, oh my god, this design is amazing. But Cardi also changed for her seating assignment. She changed her dress, so because it was in the same like format where it was like up or some dramatic thing, just like how Tim's dress was.
And I bet you next year they're gonna probably have a dress code where you can't wear something so
of course,
like so extravagant like that.
Of course,
like if you're blocking somebody's view, you can't sit with us.
Oh yeah, of course they're gonna tell you how to limit certain things so that you don't have to, bring so much attention. And it was the tweet for me from Tim.
Oh yeah, she was like, "Oops."
It was like, oops. I was like, maybe she just said that in that way, and said because obviously the song didn't win. As far as
I mean, she like they was coming for her, so she said oops, and then she put with what's the emoji? I don't even know how to describe it, but like it was funny, but it's just like also still like, girl, you being a little inconsiderate to the people behind you.
Yeah.
Like,
even for me, like, even if I would have sat down in the chair and I would have been like, can y'all see? Y'all good?
No, if they would have been like, no.
And then I would be like, all right. I would have been like, y'all got enough money. Y'all have y'all stylists on payroll all day. Listen, can you give me another dress? Like,
but that should have been Like, as soon as she sat down and before they started, they should have had like, okay, let's switch you into another dress. Just like, so you're not obstructing people's view. Even if you had to put your after party dress on, put your after party. It's all right. Yeah. It's okay. You'll be fine. Yes.
But
speaking of after parties.
After
the show, it's the after party and
Vanity Fair. Of course, they're really known for their Oscar after party. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, I read there was like a lot of people didn't stay because they ended up going to the after party, which was Jay-Z's goal.
The Carters.
The gold party. Now, beautiful, beautiful styles, dresses. Best dress. First of all, I have to give it. She's not in music, but I have to give it to Idris Elba's wife, Sabrina Elba. She did not come to play on this red carpet.
I missed her.
And I think there was a theme going on because we got a lot of see-through dresses, and I felt like, oh, maybe I think B had some type of influence on this because it was more like a Renaissance styling happening. Who else? Obviously Haley Bailey, Chloe Bailey looked hands down amazing, looked like heaven. There's a lot of artists that had some good styles. Janelle Monáe.
It was nice to see Meg pop out.
Meg Thee Stallion.
She popped
came out.
She looked, she looked really pretty, like really nice.
Yeah, she looked very soft, elegant. I love the black. Now, hold on. Now, you know, Nicki came for Megan.
Girl.
We love some Nicki, but Nicki came for Megan.
You know what it never gave? You know what it never was? That serious. That part. Y'all know I love Onika Tanya Mirage, but it wasn't that serious. Like, you did not invent curly hair. Like, curly hair has been a thing since before you was doing curly hair, girl.
And I was so surprised that she even came.
Y'all know I'm a barb. I love her, but it's never that serious.
We love Nicki, but I'm just like,
girl.
I was at that point. I was like, oh, you really picking to be petty right now.
But she said that somebody hacked her. Okay.
Oh, anyway.
Anyway, next.
So obviously the attention of the red carpet was no other than Miss Sierra, who came in a very unique dress styling alongside her husband, might I add. Russell was there, okay? Sierra basically was poised and posed in a very see-through dress, more thong style, and a little nipple tapes, you know. And think she looked hands down amazing as ever.
Yes.
But the controversy came to the fact of, why are you, a married woman, revealing so much of your body in public? It questioned her relationship. They questioned her Christianity. They questioned whether or not she needed to go back to the streets.
Here's my take.
Please give me your take.
Sierra was there with her husband on her arm, who obviously had no issue with her wearing that dress. If it bothered him so much, I'm pretty sure she would have changed her dress. She's a grown-ass woman. If she wanna wear paper mache, she can wear paper mache
and make it look good.
Shit. Now I do think that could have just been a red carpet moment, and when she went inside, maybe changed to something else. Because if you're sitting on a chair, your ass is touching the chair, and we are in COVID still, even outside of COVID. Like, nobody want to touch your booty meat germs
and chocha.
Yeah.
We got a towel coat.
I mean, honestly, I wasn't my feathers was not ruffled from her dress. I thought she looked amazing, but to the point where people were questioning her motherhood and her being a wife. Oh,
what would your voice, your sons,
and
say?
her religion? What?
What?
Come on now.
Why are we going this far?
It was never that serious to be questioning this woman's life like that.
And then what killed me is the fact they did side-by-sides with other women. Like, for instance, LeBron James' wife, Savannah James.
Oh, she always looks so beautiful.
She had this nice element. And now Savannah, hands down, looked good.
She is.
No, she's always doing her thing.
Yeah,
shout out to her stylist.
Her hair always laid. Styling is impeccable. She is a beautiful woman. But you know what? Guess what? Savannah and Sierra are two different people. Sierra and Savannah are not the same person.
And my take on it is just how I agree with you. Sierra is a beautiful, first of all, a beautiful woman. She's lived in front of the camera in front of us, you know, her ups and downs, previous relationships, everything has always been on the forefront. At first, I was just like, the dress didn't ruffle my feathers. I thought she looked amazing. You know, at first I was like, well, maybe not for this occasion. Maybe this, whatever the deal is. Because I was like, oh, it's kind of tied to the Oscars. And, I was like, well, maybe this is not for the occasion. But then I started thinking about it a little bit more deeper. This woman just released new music She's just released a new skincare line. Not only that, her husband has a fragrance line. She also has a clothing line. And I was just like, why not shake it up? Her intentions could have been, just like you said, she could have just wore that for the red carpet. And obviously, you know, other reasons. And could have changed to something else.
But it's also, you know why? Because she can do it. Yeah. She's Sierra. She can do whatever she wants.
Like, I give her props because I want to wear it back out. That's why I'm over here pulling muscles now, trying to get rid of the back fat.
I'm trying to unbig my back as we talk. That's why I got neck and shoulder problems as we speak.
We over here trying to diet and get our fitness, our bodies together so we can wear backs out.
I'm trying to be naked all summer.
Danielle is really trying to be outside. The girl did her thing. She bought, and it was so crazy because I'm in this Facebook group and everybody it was like 200 comments on explaining like, oh, why Sierra's dress was wrong.
Oh my God.
And I got in the comments and I said, have y'all ever thought about that she really just wanted to try to shake it up? And that half of y'all can't do it?
But you know what's crazy? Because if somebody else, if Rihanna was to do it, Rihanna did something similar to that.
She did that similar, was it for the Met?
At whatever that like peach-ish dress, it was like something similar. I'm pretty sure Kim K has done something similar too. But it's just like, y'all wasn't coming hard for them when they was doing this, so why y'all coming so hard for Sierra?
Beyonce put out finally her, you know, every time an event happened, you know, they put pictures out afterwards. So somebody had the nerve to say, because, you know, Beyonce put out something and she had little nipples. Gold X's on her nipples or whatever the deal is. Right? I don't know what. But
you're giving us a visual of what she had. You got to touch the
touch the nipples. But she's got the tape on the nipples and she's a little very, I mean, granted, it's not the full body. It's not like a full reveal of the body because obviously she had like another layer from the waist down or whatever. That was just more of the top. And someone put, now, come for B like how y'all coming for C.
They not.
I was like, they will not have the nerve to.
They not.
And Beyonce don't care. like, get out of here. I just hate that. I literally, at the end of the day, Sierra looked gorgeous. Russell was right. It was Russell for me. The way that he's saying, because the pictures, I always love looking at the different angle pictures. It was the picture for me, the way that he looked at her.
Yeah, he looking
in
proud.
Excitement and just in awe. And that's what, like, at the end of the day, where's my camera? At the end of the day, her man was there by her side.
Exactly. She got a husband. Y'all don't. So.
That part.
She got a husband that love and support her.
Exactly. And it's the love and support that does it for me.
Because like I said, if he really was so bothered by that dress, I'm pretty sure she would have said, you know what, I'll respect you enough to change.
For me, babe, if you can change for me. And I'm quite sure Sierra would have been like, okay, no problem. But she's a grown woman.
Exactly.
Her husband was right there. I'm quite sure he loved every minute of it. And I'm quite sure by the time they got to the car, it took him 2.5 seconds just to take it off.
Probably less. Probably didn't even take it off.
He probably didn't even take it off.
Driver, roll up the partition, please.
Right. So I'm just like, look, let her live her best life. I love what she did. I think she did exactly what she set out for. It gave her the attention. She's dropping new music. She just did a whole nother thing. You know, selective outrage is what people, you know, I love
That's what it is.
That's what it is. It's just a selective outrage in regards to people. And hands down, Sierra, do your thing. Like you don't owe nobody an explanation.
That's what these celebrities gotta stop doing. Stop over explaining stuff. Like just do you.
Just
I
do
ain't
you.
explaining myself to nobody. Not near nobody.
Yeah. And when we blow up and, you know, come successful, there's nothing we have to explain in regards to what we do with our families or our individual selves. Things of that nature. I think the one thing about it is the confidence. And that's the one thing I wanted to say about it. It's the confidence. Because you got to think about it. This woman done had 3 children. there's women who have gone through different changes. Look at Rihanna. Look how she came on the red carpet. She loves exposing her belly and embracing it, because guess what? That is, granted, like I had experience having my son, but I may feel like, oh, I want to lose some weight or things of that nature, but I'm confident in my body. Listen, I'll put a half shirt on and put a little jacket on and put on some shorts, then go out and and I think that's what's so appealing. And I think that's what's amazing with these women, because they can go out and they wear these entities, and not to digress or whatever, but I did. But it's the confidence.
Yeah.
The level that you can be able to walk out
and not care and just like look so beautiful.
And be beautiful.
Yes.
And that's the thing. It's just love the skin you're in. Love the skin you're in.
And don't explain nothing to nobody. F them people. You heard?
You heard me, bro? So listen, guys, thank you once again.
Yes.
We have been doing very good. First of all, like I said, we have shout out Josh before, but who is our editor, who is our handler for our podcast. But we just want to clap it up because we are doing our thing. He's amazing, and we're picking up on views. So keep subscribing, and keep on viewing. Let's keep this going.
Yes.
All right. So, Danielle, I hope you feel better.
Oh, girl.
So, guys,
y'all pray for me. Hope next time I'll be better.
Next time she'll probably be on the couch like
movement. Again, disclaimer: I'm like so stiff, so I can't even really move the way I want to move. So next time y'all see me, I'll be better. I'll be in better spirits, and yeah.
Yes. So, guys, you already know it's real music,
real style, and real people.
I'm your host, Aasha Lewis-Redway.
Your girl, Danielle Meeks.
All right. So, guys.
With the broken neck.
Neck. Anyway, it don't get no realer than this, guys. So, tune in next episode.
Yes.
All right. We may have a special guest.
We may. And also, we're wrapping up Women's History Month. So, like, Cash App a woman.
Yes.
$1,500 right now. Right now. $1,500.
What's your Cash App?
My Cash App tag is Danielle Meeks. My name.
What is my Cash App? Aasha Lewis-Redway. That's what it is. Yeah. Send me $5. Let me see if you're for real.
$1,500.
Tell you want 15.
Buy me Drake tickets. Buy me Drake tickets.
Listen, guys, it's been so much fun. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So until next time.
Peace.